Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time, a Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I'm sorry, you'll see it in the video, but every time I look at this title card, the little smiley face sends me into the stratosphere.
You know,
Uh,
I tried to make it like a little more not deranged. It wasn't really working.
no, it wasn't. It's exactly the mood that I am hoping happens tonight. This is just slightly unhinged. Also, hi, I'm Hex. Uh, and I am playing somebody new-ish, unless you've been keeping up with Turning of the Seasons, in which case, you'll know this is Briar of Brackenwood, who is a very tall, real kind rabbit, Herringon specifically. And I am joined by another member from that group. Hi, hello, my beloved.
Hi, it's a me, Kraken, back playing Igni, who, as we've discussed, is just a creature. She's here.
Little. She's little creature. And she is here. Currently Briar is somewhere. I don't even think he really knows where he is right now. He's in Iquel. He's on a mission. He's been on a mission since he got here. The first tower. During his time at the first tower, like 4 months ago now, I guess. It's been a period of time. And after dealing with the second tower, he meandered his way back to his cart and has continued his journey. And that cart he has fitted out to basically just be like a little mobile, like, tent hut dealio so that he doesn't have to pay for an inn all the time. But he also sells tea out of it. Uh, and he offered everybody an open invitation in that group to stop by whenever. Um,
First mistake.
First mistake. He's gonna regret that because right currently it's late or
Yeah.
early. It's
Eh.
balls o'clock.
Witching hours.
It really is. Briar is, all things considered, asleep. Um,
Would Briar like to roll a perception?
Absolutely. He's got a little hammock. He is snoozing in that hammock, having a great time. That's a nat fucking 20.
Oh
So,
my god.
he's snoozing, but no, he's whatever it is, 25. So
Christ.
we're
Light
off to
sleeper,
the
apparently. Because it's.
he's he's got those big ears, man, and
You know what? That's true.
he's on a mission. So like it tracks. It all tracks.
What he hears isn't even very loud. It's just a fairly light, even just tap, tap, tap.
And it's his ear twitches in time with that tap until finally he cracks an eye open, kind of like, "Huh, was that? Huh?" Uh, and he listens a little more. Does
Tap.
the tapping just keep going?
It does. It's persistent, but like pretty light. And it
Okay.
is. Brian knows exactly where it's coming from. It's from, wherever it is in this cart that he opens up to sell the tea from.
Yeah, it's there's basically like a little to put it in words that are kind of modern, it's kind of like an ice cream truck in that there's a window that slides open and like a bit of shelving that like can serve that serves as a an area for customers like to uh lean on or whatever. My brain blanked on the words. It's fine. But yeah, it's so the little window that is like shuttered, I guess in this case, he blearily stumbles out of bed. It's worth noting he is still armed even like in this state, but he just kind of blearily stumbles his way over to the window,
Tap.
not at all cautiously, um and opens it just like, what in hello, without even seeing who it is first.
Yeah. Because this person is not at eye level.
No. He looks straight out, sees nobody, and then looks down.
There's a, somewhat familiar face. Only met the twice, but, you know, pretty significant happenings both times.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little Yopian peering up at him from the counter, which she is comically only just tall enough to sort of peer over.
Igni? It's the middle of the night. Did we get another call already?
No, I just want some
Can
tea.
blink, blink. It's the middle of the night.
Yes, but I found you now. Do you
What?
not sell tea?
No, yes, okay. He the look on his face is just utterly resigned, like immediate resignation because he has met Igni twice. She has made an impression.
Igni slides over like 2 coins across the counter.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. I keep it. Uh, just give me a second. I gotta. What?
Gold can be exchanged for goods and services.
I. Okay. Okay. And he kind of slaps a hand on the coins. He is still obviously like. He's waking up quickly, but he's getting there. It's taking a minute. And eventually he has a moment of pause and then goes, I got a couple of kinds. What sort of tea do you like?
Hmm. Do you have any lapsang?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I can get you that. Milk, sugar, honey, lemon.
Hmm. I'll try a dash of honey. Thank you.
All right, just give me a minute. It's gonna take a moment. Gotta get everything. Like, and then he kind of has a moment of pause, and then, uh, door over there opens if you want to come in and sit. Just come sit. Come on. Don't stand out there in the middle of nowhere. He like makes a motion for like, come on in.
If you insist. And she will do so. She doesn't seem to be in any hurry, which, like, she's being awfully patient about all this as Briar, wakes up, goes
Yeah,
to make the fucking tea. She's being very patient, which
she is being
might
one
not.
very
Yeah,
patient and very insistent as well.
yeah. She's being patient, but she's very definitely watching.
Yeah. Briar is very obviously was asleep. Not dressed in like very much in like sleep clothes right now,
This is
but
pajama hours.
it is. He's in a black tank top and some black shorts. Like that's it. And he does not seem to care. Like Igni is here. Igni wants tea. Okay, fine. Acquaintances get the special any hours treatment. He guesses. Uh, so come on in, have a seat at like his little like I don't even think you could call it a little like kitchenette table. It's more like a little bar area that's got one stool, but whatever. Like he motions for Igni to sit in the stool while he gets a little like I would say it's a kettle, but it's bigger just because it's supposed to, be able to keep a lot of hot water in it. Uh, but he gets water
Industrial
going.
tea.
Yeah. he just needs it to hold hot water. Everything else can be like smaller portions, but he's got a big old thing of hot water that he's getting going. And he sets two mugs out. Uh, One which has the familiar smoky scent of lapsang. Uh, because you can smell that shit even without it brewing. Like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
you really can.
Oh. And the other one is it's got a bit of a lemon hint to it. And it like if Igni does Igni want to maybe roll perception to see since she's looking?
Oh yeah. She's also just like looking around this new environment totally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Briar,
So
you've invited this person into like your home?
yeah, his little like temporary like home-ish. Yeah.
She looking.
She looking. What's she rolling?
Perception.
Fuck.
Fuck. All right. What is
Off
the
to
nat
the
20
races.
getter?
Cool. Cool.
Igni
Cool,
sees
cool.
fucking all.
Igni's lone eye is taking everything in. And yeah, like this is totally just like a little personal like caravan that he's outfitted a tiny bit to, sell tea out of to get some coin on the side. It's literally just like everything's kind of cramped. He has to stoop to actually be in this thing. So it stands to reason he's probably not in there all day. But it's got, the window outside with a with a top to like lean on and shit. It's got a hammock in one corner that or like along I guess the long wall that he can fit
Yeah,
in.
I was about to
Uh
say,
no, it's along the wall. Like it spans the opposite wall, so it's like people looking in can see his fucking hammock. If he didn't, probably put it up when he wasn't using it. Beneath that is like a bunch of just like storage. Presumably, you assume it's stuff to run the shop. There are like little, just various knickknacks. Dried, there's a lot of dried plants like hanging from the beams around, and those are all tea. You notice, or of some kind of, some kind of herb, some kind of tea. It all is different, and there's a you notice over the doorway, uh, looking around, you turn back in your seat, in your little seat, in your little bar stool to look around. There's a crest over the doorway that does not seem to have originally been part of the wagon.
oh,
Uh,
oh.
yeah, it is a pair of branching antlers, uh, that almost seem to form like they're very clearly antlers, but they branch and weave together, and like intertwine down into another pair of branch. It's almost like an Yggdrasil tree, like a life tree of life design. But they are very clearly antlers and not tree branches.
Yep.
But
She's just taken all that in
yep,
while tea's being made.
yep. Briar's making something that is a bit more floral, has a couple different things in it. Truth be told, it's the plaything tea. Don't worry about that. I like it. It's lemon. It's lemony. It's got foxtrot in it, which has apple chunks, and that's tasty. But
Mm-hmm.
mhm. But eventually he gets the tea to the correct temperatures. You don't know how he knows that. He must just have like a really good eye for or sense for temperature for tea, because he pours he pours the lapsang first, waits a moment, like for the water to cool, and then pours it into his.
This is a professional
He is a professional. He is a humble tea cart driver, and nothing more,
who uses guns.
who uses guns. Don't worry about that. Speaking of guns, his is still on his hip, and there's another holster like hanging on the wall next to the hammock where he could, in presumably arm's reach. So Bunny got heat. But he pours those in, lets everything steep for a moment before he strains them into like proper serving cups, which are not disposable for you see a bunch of disposable cups around, but he actually gives you a proper teacup for this, and he sets it down in front of in front of Igni, and then like hops on the windowsill with his,
Hmm.
and he just okay, there you go. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, I would. Any particular reason you stopped by at this time of night? Is there something going on? Do I need to like
Hmm. No, you don't need
anybody
to
I
do.
need?
You don't need to do anything except make me tea, which you did put the invitation out. Just gonna take a
Did.
delicate sip. Poison Grace.
Briar kind of has to like rack his brain a moment, like, did I? Did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I did do that. Oh, that suddenly explains everything. And he
You
just
distinctly said, I remember this. I do remember this. You did say that your cart had this tree coming out of the top of it, which is very distinct, I will say. You said you sell tea, and you said we could stop by any time, which is convenient because this is the time I happened to spot it.
and just didn't decide to do do you not sleep?
Mm,
He doesn't sound angry. He just sounds confused.
sure, I sleep. Just happens whenever.
Blink, blink.
Besides, if I didn't stop by now, who knows? Who knows when I'd next see this?
I mean, you could have waited.
Nah. Sip.
Step. I I should expect that. I should expect that, right? Of course. Okay, all right. And the internal monologue is manners, remember your manners. Be polite. So, Igni, how kind of clears his throat, takes another sip of tea. He's waking up proper. How have you been since we last met?
Oh, I've been well. Continue moving on. How's your mission?
Blink, blink. Mission.
Is that the right word? Your purpose? Your waves a hand considering your the thing you're fixated on.
Oh, yeah. I guess the reason I'm here, yeah, not great. It's,
That's a
well,
shame.
it's, it's to be expected. I didn't think it would, well, I had hoped it would be fast, but, well, seems nothing ever is, and that's fine.
Patience is a virtue, I've heard.
Yes, it is. And I like to think I'm patient in this regard. I hope it's something that I can complete before the year is out, but well, we'll have to see.
Oh, at least try to
You
get
might,
it done before the end of the world.
well, if we have anything to say about it, then that's not going to happen now, is it?
Exactly.
Briar kind of considers his teacup like, you think we are going to get called again for winter?
what's the saying? Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, three times is a pattern. I
I
suppose we'll
haven't
just
heard
have
that.
to see.
I haven't heard that one before. Is that an Inkwell thing?
It might be. I've never left Anquil. I wouldn't know.
Hmm. Oh, well, I never left Brackenwood until I came here, so I guess that's. I guess I can understand that.
Hmm.
I can
Where
at least tell. Oh, go ahead.
where is Brackenwood then?
It's in Faruma. Do you know of the continent?
I'm gonna have to roll a history.
You are.
I should clarify. It's not for recognizing Brackenwood. It's for does she have much
Faruma.
of a
Yeah.
concept of Faruma?
Yeah.
What is your history mod? Probably not. Yeah, all right.
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
She
okay,
knows
all right.
which direction Faruma's in relatively. She knows of it. Yeah, yeah. There's Faruma. It has places and countries.
Yeah, okay. So, Briar kind of nods a little bit, and then continues like, if you know the general shape of Faruma, Brackenwood is a forest in the, and he kind of does a little bit of like mental mapping of his own, north, the northernmost western yes, western corner of Faruma. Uh, it's arguably smaller than most other forests, but it is also, well, it's pretty closely associated with the Feywilds, and it's a
Hmm.
bit notorious in that regard. A lot of Fey creatures live there, and he kind of like twitches his ears like, I mean, Harengon are said to be Fey. Whether that's true or not, we like to think so.
Fascinating. Yes. That's rather a long way to come then.
Yes, not as far as other places, but yes, it is. I am a very long way from home, and I am not used to it being so warm.
All that fur then?
Yeah, he kind of he grins and like, and the hair. Uh, which yeah, his hair is down. It is long.
Well, as you said, winter is coming. Perhaps you'll find it more comfortable.
I can hope so. I can only hope that it snows here. Does it snow in Inkwell?
In places. I tend to avoid those when the time comes.
Briar nods as if that makes perfect sense because thus far everything he has seen from Igni, yeah, yeah, this weird flame creature does not like cold. Yeah, that tracks. What will you do if we have to go to the Winter Tower then? Do you have a way to keep warm?
I. It might be a bit uncomfortable, but I keep myself warm. It's so sort of in here. Taps her like shape, her color.
Question mark? If Briar were a toon, you'd see the question marks on his head because like that head tilts, the ears flop to the side. Like, I admit I don't know. Uh,
You did want to know more about anatomy?
And then he spits his tea like, did I, did I
Yes,
say
yes,
that?
yes, you did.
That, well, yep, that's a nat one on keeping his composure. Nope, he is, nope, he is hacking and coughing, and he has almost, like, he almost drops his tea because, oh, he said that? Oh, God. He does not remember saying that, quite honestly. Um, that must have been something he said in the heat of the moment, and oh, I, I apologize if I did say something that crass. I assure you it was purely in the heat of the moment, and I meant nothing by it. If you would forgive me that,
Igni is saying nothing and just letting Briar stew. Do you want to roll insight?
oh my God. Igni, please save this poor rabbit. He's going to combust. Oh shit. That is a 17 plus 5. So that's a 22.
Igni is not offended. Igni is saying nothing because Igni thinks his reaction is hilarious and is just letting him be flustered. She's not 100% clear why he's so
Flustered,
bent
but
about it, but she's chaotic enough to just like let him stew in whatever this is and continue sipping tea.
Briar just kind of scowls at her like, okay,
Yupians are, even for tunes, out there. It's not an uncommon question.
I probably could have phrased it a little better. How about that? Another sip of now his almost mostly gone tea because whoops. And he just is. I admit I don't know a lot about. I mean, I'm learning, obviously. Uh, but UPANs is and he kind of just gestures to all of Igni, like helplessly. Is this common among UPAN?
Uh, you're going to
The
have to be
the
more specific.
uh the the how would he word that? How would he word just the general Eunice? The the color and the would it be your line work? Is that the correct term?
Hmm. Yes. Yes, line art, line work, outline, they all suffice.
He nods like, okay, good. I am I am this little these bits of knowledge I have picked up are in fact useful bits and not like horrible misinterpretations,
3 a.m.
basically.
brain is working.
The 3 a.m. brain is working. He is desperately trying to not be so awkward, but oh my God, Igni, you woke him up at 3 a.m. This poor rabbit is doing his best. Uh,
Oh, depends on the Yuppiean. Uh, but it is characteristic, distinct to have color that doesn't necessarily follow the line art, as you say.
hmm, fascinating.
Some more extreme than others, some with more separation than others, some with more ability to separate than others.
Ability to separate.
Well, technically, we all can to a certain extent. And Igni's actually going to cast Color Spray.
Oh boy.
Good old
Good old
feature
color spray.
trait. Yeah.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
So she's just going to pick a wall that's not Briar and point and
Uh-huh.
just splorch.
Splorch. What does her color spray look like?
That is such an excellent question.
I am dying to know.
I made the mistake of looking at the gallery. It's not a Gmod spray. Fuck you.
Hi, RJ. Fuck you.
God, though. Steals that idea for another UPN, like, Christ. No, Igni turns, arm out, color spray. Briar, I mean, you've seen this Toon walking around, like, the color all just kind of follows in her head and the impression of a cape.
Yep.
Literally everything else is transparent unless it intersects with all that. But this time the color actually flows through and fills out her arm for a moment before it leaves her fingers in what looks like a sort of 2D cartoon flame effect and then splorch on the wall.
Briar frowns a little at, oh, you graffitied my wall. But
Oh, it'll wash off. There may be a bit of scorch there.
he just, I would appreciate it if you did not burn my little cart down. I did spend the last of my money when I got here on getting this.
I have the finest control, thank you very much.
I still feel I should clarify. Because he's realizing he needs to clarify with Igni.
Fine, I will not burn down your cart.
Thank you. I. But he does find it, like, rather, like, he didn't expect that. That's rather fascinating. Like, huh. Uh. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh my god. That's Briar. He's tired.
Yeah.
Um, my brain just died. That's also Briar. He, thoughtfully kind of like sips his tea, just, huh, that's, I guess I didn't think, I guess I didn't expect that, but that does, I guess with everything I've been learning, that does track with, okay, and the fire is just a specifically you thing, right?
Oh, it's a me thing. That's not a universal Toon thing. No.
Nod, 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 nod. Is that, if I, if I could, if you don't mind my asking, you are more than free to tell me, that's too far or just to say no. Um, is that, is that, are you part, do you have dragon in you? Or phoenix, perhaps?
Her head tilts, and she seems to be genuinely thinking about that. Not entirely sure. I believe it's dragon.
Nod, nod, nod. Do you know what kind?
Uh, One eyebrow manifests to raise.
Which, fascinating. He did not quite expect that one, but okay, yeah. Uh, hmm.
I would think fire.
Well, yes, but there are also, a couple of variants, colors that could breathe fire. I was really more curious if you were uh, what are the terms I'm thinking of? Would it be a chromatic or a colorful dragon? Is that right? Yeah. That's at least how he would word it.
Me sweating, looking up dragon colors.
You don't have to. This is Briar trying like his best.
This is Briar trying his best, and also Igni genuinely just doesn't have too many answers on this. It doesn't seem like she puts too much thought into what she is or why she is.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Like, Igni can just not know and not care. Like,
Yeah, that's about the shape of it, honestly. She's like, well,
yeah.
I may have known at some point, but
Huh. You, hmm. You ponder, ponder. I guess that would make sense. That's something that's not as important here in Inkwell, it seems. Hmm.
is this because you grew up around Fae? Is that why you're so intrigued?
It, yes. Yes. It's, well, I mean, we have to interact with dragons occasionally, and Brackenwood Forest has tend to have sometimes have the occasional juvenile wander through. It pays to know.
Yes, because we've certainly dealt with pseudo dragons we've come across with grace and poise.
Mm-hmm. You well, because he's thinking back to the poor flamingo. I we dealt with them to the best of our ability. Don't think about how you shot the dragon. Don't think about how you shot the dragon.
Yeah, Igni just nods yes, like, yes, by hitting them.
Uh, yes, yes. Sip. I. This poor rabbit.
Is that how you deal with all dragons back home?
What about them? There's a lot I could tell you.
Hmm.
What would you like to know?
I suppose I've not seen a true dragon myself.
He kind of actually blinks a little bit at that one. Really? I I kind of maybe not necessarily be all over Inkwell, but well, with how much magic is around and in the air, I kind of figured they would be at least I don't want to say common. That's inviting bad luck, but I would think that you would have.
I don't know. Maybe they keep to themselves. Maybe we're just never in the same spot at the same time.
I don't know. You strike me as the kind of tune who has a knack for being exactly where she needs to be when.
Igni just shrugs.
Just like, yep,
In the sense of kind of like, I don't know, things just happen and I wander into them.
things happen and I'm just here. Don't worry about it. Like, Briar's gonna worry about that a little bit. He would like for Igni to not get into trouble all the time, but you know what? It's fine. He guesses it's fine.
Who says she gets into trouble? Igni? No.
Igni, get it? What? No, 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 no.
Never. She puts down her cup, which she has been going at it slower than Briar, but I think it's now empty. She goes, uh, my turn, your turn, whatever it is. Squints.
Blink, blink.
Bunny man. 8-foot vertical leap?
What? Briar looks utterly dumbfounded, like, what?
Well, can you?
I, I mean, yes, but I don't, I, yes?
Igni nods to herself like this is the most satisfying answer possible.
Briar is so confused. I, uh, uh, is that really? That's what you were curious about?
I think it's the most important question, yes.
Why? Why would you think that? He's genuinely curious, like, why?
Looks at him again. Bunny. Did I lose you, Hex? Oh my god. I think I fucking killed him. Hello?
Hi! Holy shit! I, I need a minute. Oh my fuck. I took me out. Oh my god.
No kidding.
Holy shit.
Brief intermission.
Just the way you said that, and just Igni sitting prim and proper, giving that like self-important nod, and just good night. Oh. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, RJ, I know. Yeah, 8-foot vertical leap. Rabbit can jump high. Briar just doesn't like.
It's canon now.
It's canon now. Oh fuck, man. God, Briar's is actually, I think, like a 15 or a 20-foot vertical leap. But anyway,
Delightful. Can't
yeah,
wait to see
5
it
times
in
your
game.
proficiency mod. Yeah, so it's 15 at the moment. It'll go up next level, I think. But yeah, it's great. Needless to say, Briar is utterly like dumbfounded. He does not know, like, he's looking at Igni, utterly lost. Like he's trying to puzzle out her motives and her reasonings. And he can't. He can't figure out what's going on. And
I mean, Briar could roll insight, but I don't know if that'd help him.
I don't think it would. Like, I'm going to just because he's trying to read Igni. He's trying really hard. That is an 11.
It's not like she's deceiving or performing or anything. She's just sitting here, just like very self-satisfied nod at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Eventually he's just gonna I forgive me, that no one's ever just asked that before. It's usually questions are a little more personal. That's not the right word.
Would you like it to be personal?
No, that's not what oh, it is far too early for this. That's not what I mean. It's I am used to I am used to questions having deeper meaning than what they are on the surface. Uh and it's I mean, it's honestly rather refreshing to have well, to have you be just so open and honest, but I also admit it's throwing me for a bit of a loop, I admit.
I find there very little sense in beating around any bushes. People should just say what they mean.
If only the world thought like that.
It does make things unnecessarily confusing at times.
Briar definitely nods in agreement, like, yes, that's. Trust me, I have had enough experience with double meanings and double speak and backhanded compliments. Whew, I've had a lot.
Igni's rolling insight.
Yep.
Good ol'.
I don't think he's got it in. Yeah, he doesn't have it in him to be deceiving. He's just like, he's too tired. So yeah,
Both
another
rolling
11.
11.
Hey, 20s, 11s. We love to see it. Yeah, he's uh this is definitely an experience kind of deal. He's very much like when he says he's used to it, oh my God, he is steeped in that shit and he fucking hates it because uh reasonably, Fey wild, Fey interacting with Fey a lot. Oh lordy. Um
Mm-hmm.
mhm. He doesn't. But the other thing that Igni might tweak, I don't know. She didn't really roll high enough to get it, but it's one of those, just kind of for the listening audience and everyone else. He doesn't talk like he's steeped in it all the time. Like he doesn't watch his words or anything. Clear case in point, Igni's here at 3 a.m. Uh,
Case in point, anytime Igni's ever taken someone's statement literally and turning the seasons.
yeah, yeah. So like he doesn't talk like he's steeped in it all the time. Which means that he doesn't have to deal with them, just that he's exposed to it a lot.
Igni nods like she knows exactly what he's talking about. Surely.
Surely. But Briar kind of sits back and finishes off his tea, finally, uh, and offers to make another cup for Igni if she'd like.
Yes, please. And is there any water left in? There probably is water left in that big, huge guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It'll
yeah.
have cooled off by now, so Igni's actually going to reach out and lay a hand on it. And, look, I know the spell Burning Hands is like, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
does
yeah.
damage to Zords, but like, we're flavoring the soul. It's not quite Burning Hands, but it's definitely just a, just Briar can hear the water inside start to simmer.
Yeah. And that is he's like he kind of ears kind of perk up again, just oh, why thank you. You did not have to do that.
It's no trouble.
Still, my thanks. And he again pours two little steeping cup, or has the leaves steeping again.
Igni's going to slide over 2 more coins. She has no idea how much Briar actually charges for tea.
He actually is gonna slide those 2 coins back, like, no, no, you've paid enough.
If you're certain.
I am positive. I'm not gonna have you overpay for tea. And he's like, you notice as the tea is steeping, he's got a foot tapping, like counting out. He's got very good timing. But he's just waiting. He has uh his socialization spoons, well, his small talk spoons, I should say, are very low right now because
Because this was the best time to do this, clearly.
yup, clearly. I mean, he's too tired to be like, to talk around or have that doubles talk going on that he, complains about. So, yeah.
God. That was another insight. Igni's not really picking up that he's tired.
Oh, honey. Igni, my darling.
Otherwise, she would just be like, yeah, all right, see you later.
But no,
Or
she's
never.
gonna hang. She's
Or
gonna
next
vibe.
time.
Yeah, she's gonna vibe.
What's that tea? It was good tea.
It was good tea, Briar. Make good tea. But she'll be very flattered to learn, but just yeah, yeah. um Once it steeps, he pours her another cup, adds some honey to it. Happy has a hops back up on his spot. Sip sip.
Sip, sip.
Sip sippy.
Fortunate thing is, Igni is not the most talkative of people either, just as a rule.
Yeah, like part of the course, so it's like Briar's sitting there like, what do I do now? What do I do now? Should I talk? And Igni's just like, I'm socializing. This is good.
Exactly. Igni seems perfectly at ease. This is quality time.
Briar is suffering, and I love it.
Well, even though she doesn't know she's saving him, she will, in fact, after like a solid, I think, 2 minutes, just go, where did you pick up this trade? You do make very good tea.
uh, Truth be told, my family actually. My both my parents, my mother and my father, uh, uh, the brew, grew various types of tea, and occasionally would brew what they grew, but they would also just as often sell the leaves.
Family trade then, or hobby?
For me, hobby. Necessity, I guess, would be
Necessity.
yes, I suppose you could say that, yes.
Bright, you think she just winked at you? It's Hard to tell.
Aww. Briar just kind of like he laughs a little at that one, like, okay, all right. Yes, it was a necessity. Kind of like holds his mug up in like a little toasting motion. Just props for a good joke, Igni. Um,
She's a
but
toon.
she is. But he just um he kind of like looks down in the mug. I I was e- eager to learn the trade, I guess you could say. I wanted to. And then as I grew, I found other opportunities more enticing. Appealing? I found that I fit better. So I pursued those and thankfully both mother and father were very pleased to see me get to do that. After all, they have my sisters and my brothers to run the shop if they need.
How many?
Hmm?
How many sisters and brothers?
Oh, and he. Now here's, do I make the terrible joke, the obvious joke, or do I just make like a normal like number? He kind of thinks a moment. 4 sisters and 5 brothers.
That seems like a lot, but what do I know? I don't have any.
You don't?
Nope.
Only child, then. Wow.
Yep.
He is not asking about parents. No, no, no.
Only me.
Hmm. I. It must have been a bit peaceful then.
Head tilts.
Well, 10 children running around is a lot like. Hmm. And now he's trying to think of something to compare it to. I really can't think of a better metaphor than just 10 children. That's a lot.
I suppose I can imagine it.
Imagine a herd of goats that have decided to scream.
Ah, now that I can imagine. They do scream.
They. Igni, my fucking beloved.
There is a particular herd I've come across while crossing mountains here.
Oh.
They scream. They charge.
Goats are known to do that, yes. I know what you're referencing, you motherfucker. God damn it. This is escort mission propaganda. Anyway,
This is escort mission propaganda.
anyway. But yeah, Briar kind of nods like, okay, good. Yeah, you do understand that. You didn't just, yes, it is loud all the time. It is chaotic all the time. And how they didn't, honestly, that's probably why they were so happy to see me go, is that's one less screaming mouth, or screaming child in their warren. He doesn't, like, sound at all sad about that. It's like, it's literally like, I mean, he's an adult now. He's... It's one of those just poking fun at, like, yeah, that's probably why they were they were like, no, don't follow the family business. Go, chase your dreams. Like,
get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. That wasn't how it went, but you know, it's... making jokes.
Yeah. suppose I can picture it then. The Worn Desert is definitely quiet by comparison.
Is that where you're from?
It's what I first remember. It's what I remember most.
Blink, blink. You woke up in the desert?
Perhaps there might have been something before it. I don't know.
Briar is giving you kind of a concerned look, Igni. Igni, I know it is impolite to ask a woman her age. How old are you?
That's a good question with a few possible answers.
Concerning. And those answers are?
Time's a bit... Well, it just passes, doesn't it? Seasons come and go. It can be tough to keep track.
He kind of nods at that, but he is still, like... He's a little concerned. Because his brain has gone to two places, and both of them are equally horrifying. Either, this is a child. Oh my god. Or, oh my god, this creature is ancient. Oh my god. There is no, like, in-between of, like, oh, she's probably, you know, like, a reasonable age, and it's just, you know, sometimes things get a little wibbly-wobbly, like they do. No. He's jumped to the extremes.
Igni, meanwhile, is just tapping her chin in what appears to be genuine thought. This cycle, I think, is... 5 years? 5 sounds right.
Cycle? Cycle? What? When you say that, that makes you sound like you are a phoenix.
Nothing so grand, I think. Just, you know, flames ignite and they die out and they come back again. It does sound a bit like, but I don't think I am. Don't have the wings for one thing.
Yes, but you also think you might be part dragon and you don't have the wings there either.
Yes, but there is such a thing as dragonborn, isn't there? They don't have wings. Never heard of phoenixborn.
Tilts his head at that, like, okay, inclines his head, like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair. Man, he's... How many cycles do you remember?
Hard to say. It's probably more accurate to remember bits and pieces and chunks of multiple?
Head tilt.
Frankly, it's impossible to say, but I would have to say a safe bet is I can't be older than the last erasure.
He kind of not, like, he... Let me see how much he knows, because he would at least know of, but let's see how much he knows. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that's a dirty 20. So, he kind of, like... He kind of cocks his like, head back in, like, a very obviously, like, recalling information, thinking gesture. And then he nods, like, okay. That raises a lot of questions. but none nearly as alarming as my initial thoughts.
Oh.
I Well, I am from a place where strange things tend to happen, and it is not uncommon to. It's certainly rare, but it's not unheard of for, well, things older than they have a right to be, to just sometimes crop up. And we were always trained to treat those beings with the utmost respect and caution. Um,
I assure you, you've been perfectly pleasant.
Sweats.
I'm sure Briar's remembering yelling at her.
Yeah, like screaming at her to not eat the weird mushroom. Like, that is exactly just, I did yell at you for eating a weird mushroom, which now in hindsight seems silly and also probably a bad idea. And oh God, I hope I'm not cursed.
Is that his thought process, or is he saying that aloud?
Uh, hmm. He's not saying it. He's not saying a lot of it aloud, but he does absolutely. Igni can roll perception to hear it, unless her passive is high enough.
What
He
is her
does
passive?
very quietly mumble, "Oh, I hope I didn't get cursed."
Her passive is 15.
I'd say that's high enough.
Igni's eye just like crinkles in a smile and just. Oh, I'm sure you'll find that out shortly.
Igni, I do hope that one's a joke. Igni. Igni, is that a joke?
She's going to roll performance.
Oh my God. What you gonna get? Holy shit.
I don't know, Briar. Is she joking? Roll insight.
Is she joking? Uh, oh, hey, okay. Plus that equals 21. I like this dice. It rolls well for me.
Yeah, she's fucking with him.
Briar he sweats a little more, and then he kind of squints, and he's just, you are terrible. And he kind of laughs a little and like exhales in that, oh, thank God kind of way.
Yeah, once Briar Cotton's on, now she laughs.
You are terrible. Getting cursed is a real problem that we have to deal with in Brackenwood now. I will have you know. He's very much being like lighthearted, but like, yeah.
I suppose put that way, fair enough. I don't have the power to curse anyone, other than with my charming presence.
You do certainly have a presence about you that I cannot deny.
Eye cartoonishly suddenly has big, huge eyelashes, and she bats that eye.
Briar just like, because he knows like that kind of motion. He's familiar with that motion, and he laughs again.
Who, me?
Who, me? Yes, you.
Well, if my presence is such a curse, then I suppose I shall simply have to be leaving you. Sets down empty teacup.
If you must leave at this hour, Although if you require a place to sleep, I seem to be awake now. If you would like my hammock, you are welcome to it. And then Briar realizes what he said and pointedly does not say anything else. Because this is now the running joke with Briar, apparently.
It just keeps on happening.
It keeps happening. It's a good thing he's covered in fur, because you cannot see him blush. Except his ears can turn red, that's true. I forgot about that. His ears are not,
I'm gonna roll to see if she picks that up at all.
Make him dig that hole, Igni. That's an 8.
Nope. Pretty oblivious.
Nope. Yep.
Which means you realize the funniest possible reaction to this situation is actually Igni going, well, if you're offering.
Well, I am, I guess. Oh no. Yes, I am.
She's gonna set down the teacup, and while Briar's busy spluttering, just go over and hop in the hammock.
Yep. And he's just, well, I do have some things to do. I will be quiet, but I guess if I might be moving once the sun comes up, so I'll wake you if you don't want to go where I am going. And he's just, oh god, I did this. Oh no, I did this, and now it's gonna be really rude to throw her out. Well, I'm awake now, I guess.
Yeah, early start to your day, Briar.
Yep. He did this, and then his politeness did this more, so, yep.
Igni's just gonna, like, wave her. It's like, oh, don't worry about where you're going. Just... The interesting things in life happen when you simply say yes to things.
And when you offer things, sometimes without thinking, but that's all right. It leads to interesting circumstances. Well, he's gonna pad on over and actually get dressed proper. Because he's been in his fucking pajamas this whole time.
Igni just, there's now, like, Z's coming out of the hammock, floating up.
He looks back and he's just like, oh, I need to watch what I say more often. And just, yep. And he's gonna step out of his little caravan, get started doing some things. So.
The sun isn't even up still. God, Briar.
No, Briar did this. Briar did all of this to himself. Just, oh man. I think that's a good way to fade out on this.
Yep.
This absolute train wreck.
God. All right. Thank you, Hex.
Thank you. This was incredible. Now I have to know, will Igni just keep hanging out?
Probably not. Like, I feel like within the day, she'll move on. But, like, you know, the place got offered, and she's not in the habit of saying no to opportunities.
This is fair. She's gonna spend quality time with her good friend Briar.
Exactly.
She successfully did a socialization.
She did a socialization. So good.
She did. Now it's a sleepover.
I feel like it's only a sleepover for either both awake or both asleep, so...
It's fine. Shh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Thank you, listening audience.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye now.
Good night.